And among the tens of thousands on the ground that fateful day in Butler, Pennsylvania, was journalist Salena Zito. She was invited to the rally by the president, set to interview him at the Butler Farm Show grounds after his speech. That, of course, didn't happen, with gunshots ringing out just 8 minutes after President Trump took the stage. Selena was just 4 feet away from the stage as this unfolded. Here you can see her American flag cowboy boots. Those are her boots. A Trump campaign staffer on top of her. He tackled her to the ground to make sure that she was not caught in the crossfire. And Salena Zito joins me live now. Selena, it's nice to see you. This is Selena's book, Butler. Her daughter actually took the picture on the cover, which is incredible. I have so many questions for you, Selena, but first I want to play for you what President Trump said just a couple of minutes ago as he got off Air Force One. This is what he said about the 1-year mark since the attempted assassination. Take a listen.
On this 1-year anniversary of Butler, what was going through your mind this morning when you woke up? I know that you're praising God you're alive, but a lot of people want to know how you're taking this day on this 1-year anniversary.
God was protecting me. Maybe because God wanted to see our country do better or do really well, make America great again. But God was protecting me, Brian. I'll tell you, it's the more you think about it, the more you see it. But no, I don't like to think about it much. You know, I have a job to do, so I don't like to think about it much. It's a little bit of a dangerous profession being president.
So you can understand, Selena, why President Trump says he doesn't like to think about it much. What is it like for you 1 year later? I mean, you were right there.
Well, watching your footage, I've never watched the footage before. Seeing myself standing there, it was a little bit surreal. I was standing in the buffer that day because I wasn't supposed to be standing there. The morning started that I was going to interview him 5 minutes before the event, and then it changed to 5 minutes after the event, and then it changed, fly to Bedminster, and I will do the interview. So that's why myself and my daughter, you can see both of our sets of legs there, are right there by him because we were supposed to leave with the motorcade. And I kept working. I remember thinking in the moment, okay, I'm here for a reason and I have purpose, and that is to cover history. I wasn't thinking about a book at that time. That didn't hit me until months later. But, you know, what he just said right now about he doesn't like to think about it, and he talks about God. Now, President Trump called me very early the next morning. And interestingly, he said, Selena, this is Donald Trump. And like, you know, his voice is pretty distinctive. You know, it's Donald Trump. And he said, are you okay? Is your daughter okay? And gee, I'm really sorry I didn't get to do that interview. And I was thinking, you've been shot. So I think we're good, sir. He would go on to call me 7 times that morning. Well, I should say throughout the day. And we talked a lot about God. We talked about purpose and being spared at that moment. Does that mean he has purpose? A lot of it was working through what happened, and I gave him the space to be able to do that. In the last phone call that we had, I asked him, sir, why did you say fight, fight, fight? And he said, well, in that moment, that wasn't about me. That wasn't about Donald Trump. That was about everything that America stands for, as someone who was the former president and as someone who might be president again. America has always stood for vitality and strength and courage under fire. And I knew that the country needed to see that the country was okay, and that we would go on. And so I think it's really interesting a year later to go back to purpose, to go back to strength. But I just interviewed him a few days ago, and he still doesn't like to talk about it, but it has a lot to do with Corey Compatore.
Yeah, which is understandable. I mean, it's traumatic, and then to think about that firefighter losing his life, it's terrible. I want to show the picture again, Selena. It's an incredible photo where you can see your cowboy boots, and it shows those American flag cowboy boots, and it shows just how close you were to all of this happening. I'm curious what you think, because this has just developed in the last couple of days. Yeah, there's the photo right there. Unbelievable. I mean, wow. What do you think about the fact that these Secret Service officers, there's 6 of them who were suspended, but no one was fired? You were so close. Are you surprised that no one was terminated?
I'm surprised, but not yet. I think that more will come. I think as the more that this is unraveled and we understand why wasn't there communication between the Secret Service and local law enforcement. You know, why was local law enforcement on the inside of the building? Why weren't or on the top of the building? There's so many unanswered questions. I mean, I think this thing needs to be vetted more, and I suspect that there will be more accountability with this new administration.
Yeah, and we're going to dig into a lot of that over the next 45 minutes in this special. Salena Zito, author of the new book, Butler, The Untold Story of the near assassination of Donald Trump and the fight for America's heartland. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
It's my honor. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.